happened and he has evidence of that, he should come back again and report to the Ethics and Integrity Department. We will do something. Yes, that is the only thing, because one cannot say what he does not know very well. But all I know is that after a lot of investigations in terms of that have been carried out, forensic analysis on those equipments that have been seized, all I know, I've been here for a very long time, I know that those equipments are given out to those people who have been found not to be guilty of what they are accused of. So that is it. I cannot say much more than this, because it is his word against the EFCC.
Okay.
But I urge him to come and report, depending on where he is.
Okay.
I'm talking about the location that he is. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. This Ethics and Integrity Department, for the purpose of clarity and education, what do they do in the EFCC?
Yeah, the Ethics and Integrity Department is an internal mechanism, a department that has all the support of the management of the commission to investigate issues that are brought against the staff of the commission. For example, the man who has said his laptop has been in the custody of the EFCC. Like I said, we do not know if he comes to report to the Integrity and Ethics and Integrity Department. They will do the investigation after getting enough information from such a person and verify whether it is true. There might be some other reasons, technical reasons, or rather, operational reasons. I wouldn't know. That's why I'm saying that there are a whole lot of things that are on the level of speculation and all that. Until you get to know deeply what is involved, you might not be able to say anything. But if they come, the Ethics and Integrity Department is like the police of the commission. Yes, the police of the commission. And I tell you the honest truth, they have, investigated and staff regarding certain cases, and have even sacked some people. Some staff have been, sent to jail in terms of taking them to court, and the court finds them guilty. Some have been, a whole lot of other things, demoted. Some have been sacked. A whole lot of things. So people do not know that EFCC has an internal mechanism, in checking itself.
All right.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, sir. And I want to also advise that Alpha of Lagos can help his friends who told him so, who alleged to follow, to come to the EFCC wherever they are in Nigeria. I'm sure Alpha of Lagos is in Lagos, so he can go to the EFCC office in Lagos. They can go together to the EFCC office in Lagos. Thank you so much. Philosophy, you've been raising your Philosopher King. You've been raising your hand up. Thank you for your patience. I want to commend you for this particular gesture. Now you can unmute your mic and speak to us very briefly. We have less than 10 minutes to round up.
Okay. Good evening. Thank you very much for the opportunity to ask my question. I'll go straight to the point. I have just two questions. I'll start by saying that I think one of the major challenges facing most security organizations, just like EFCC, is the issue of image perception of majority of youth and Nigerians about the activity of the organization. So I want to ask, firstly, that I think one of the first things is accountability and the kind of communication of the organization with general Nigerians about the activity. So I want to ask that, particularly in regards to money recovered, maybe from looting, from cyber crimes, what have you, from the activities of EFCC. what are the mechanisms involved in ensuring that there is accountability and transparency to people on the way this money are being disbursed, maybe to the federal government or to any other organizations that these funds are being dispersed into. Then secondly, I want to ask that in regards to EFC carrying out their activities, how do they ensure that in trying to protect, because I believe that the overarching activity of EFCC is in line with national security and stuff like that. So how is it that EFCC is going to ensure that, I don't, maybe just like you mentioned, they have the ethics and all those rules and regulation guiding them. But how do they ensure that they articulate that they ensure that in carrying out their activity, they do not actually violate the right of even the individual that they claim to assume to have maybe violate the right or rules of the constitution. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, philosopher. I want to first of all put forward this first question to CSE Shegun Adeoye. How does the EFCC disburse recovered funds? If it is to the federal government, how does it do it? If it is to the individual, how does the EFCC do it? If it is to the state or to a private company, can you briefly give us a brief about it?
Yeah, thank you so much, Philosopher King and moderator Golden Voice. Yeah, I want to first of all start by saying that annually the EFCC submits its annual report to the National Assembly, which chronicles the activities of the Commission over the years, including monies recovered, uh, including reports on the yearly activity, which also, like I said, includes monies recovered. Now, with regards to monies, how they are handled, I don't know if Philosopher King is familiar with the website of the EFCC and our social media platforms. When it comes to individuals, monies recovered for individuals are returned to them. Monies recovered for individuals in the course of concluded investigations are returned to them. We've had instances of returning even such monies to foreigners, victims of internet fraud. We've had instances of returning such money to principals, businessmen who were defrauded. So that is one. Then you also picked out the one of states. Such funds are returned to the state once investigations are concluded. And on a whole, recovered funds, as stipulated in the EFCC Establishment Act 2004, they are put in the Consolidated Revenue Fund, which is domiciled at the CBN. So I think I don't want to take too much time. That summarizes how the EFCC handles recovered funds. Thank you.
Funds. All right, thank you so much. The second question, I think ACE1 Chris Oluka has given an overview of it, but very very briefly, how does the EFCC ensure that no individual is hurt, especially who may assume to be not guilty or not suspected to be, allegedly criminals?
Yeah, thank you so much. Every now and then, a lot of refresher courses and are given to our operatives. Every now and then, in terms of the rule of engagement, the modus operandi while conducting and doing their legal duty. But you see, just like every other organizations, we would not shy away from saying that, yes, there are some people, and you remember that most of these young people are very young people at heart who usually react depending on the reaction of those who they are probably arresting or, so we make sure that we tell our operatives to operate within the best international standard.
Standards.
We tell them that, and most of the time in the field, what you plan to do might not be exactly what you meet there, because sometimes some people are very aggressive. Even when you know casually and gently tell them your intention, is either that they will lock the door, refusing you entry, or they will become very aggressive. There are cases where our operatives have been beaten, have been attacked. And what do you do when you are attacked?
You have to
You
defend
defend
yourself.
yourself. And in fact, our law says it that we can use reasonable force if we are attacked, but we do not attack people. We don't go out to, except if you go to a place and the place is locked and you know the person is inside, they deliberately doesn't want to, honor the invitation
That
or
is
even
evading
this. So,
arrest.
evading arrest and all that. What will you say regarding that? So the point basically is that people need to know, first of all, that we are human beings. That is the truth of the matter. They will know also that we are not angels. We are not going to speak that certain things that are not okay have not happened before. But I tell you the honest truth. I have seen it. I've been here for a long time now, and I have seen where people have been chastised, people have been, regarding what they have done. It's not as if we are taking it lightly. And that is why the ethics and the
Integrity.
yes, they take it very serious. If there are reports, and I will urge everybody who is listening to me, if you have any report regarding how you have been maltreated, you are free to come up and report it officially. I tell you honestly, action will be taken.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ACE1 Chris Oluka. Eunice Oyetunde. Eunice, yes, Oyetunde. We don't have much time. I'm about to close up this particular program within the next 2 minutes. I want to apologize to you. Sincerely apologize to you. Please give me this grace, God willing, next Wednesday, God willing, by the special grace of God, I am going to give you this special consideration. When you come to the platform, you are going to ask question. It's almost time, and the only thing that remains for us now is to hear the advices that CSA Shegun Adoe and ACE1 Chris Oluka will be giving us. So I am very sorry to you and to all the listeners in the space. So ACE1, Chris Oluka, what have you to say, or what advice have you for all of us based on these roles of skits and movies?
Well, the advice I have is that Nigeria is a very talented country. The emergence of Nollywood and all other art forms. Our musicians are doing very well, and our novelists are doing very well. All over the world, Nigerians are known. I urge Nigerians to tap into these natural resources that we have and use it for good. Use it for good. And for those who want to collaborate with us, our doors are open. You understand? The only thing is that you should not see anything you want to do with us from the perspective of money making venture and all that. We as an organization have our budgets and all that, but we are ready to do anything, to make sure that we collaborate with the people in the creative arts industry to see that Nigeria is rid of Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. Thank you.
Thank you so much. CSC Shegun Adeoye, what
I
have
think
you to tell
I
us?
think thank you so much. AC1 Oluka is very apt with that summary of the whole thing. We are saying that the EFCC is a very receptive law enforcement agency that is willing to collaborate with CSOs, local and internationally, that's willing to collaborate with the entertainment industry. Like you said, and like we have been always been saying, we see this as a sacrifice for a better tomorrow, as against a profit making venture. And really, like ACO Luka is the head of the creative communications unit. That unit was specifically created to explore the creative sector, the creative industry
Sector.
in this regard. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And dear Nigerians, I have a good news for you. Lukman's Atalanta has won today's game against Shakhtar. And just to give you another surprise, Lukman scored in the 44th minute. Atalanta had 3 goals against Shakhtar Donetsk 3-0. So it's a win-win for Nigeria, for all of us. Thank you, everybody. This is where we call it a wrap on the program. EFCC Connects with the topics use of skits, movies, and the fight against economic and financial crimes. I want to say a big thank you, a very, very big thank you to you, the listener, first of all, for your patience. Today was a day that tests your patience, and you were very, very patient. Thank you so, so, so much. I want to also say thank you to our guest, ACE1 Chris Oluka, Head Creative Communications Unit of the EFCC. I also want to say a big thank you to CSC Shegun Adeoye, and that's it on this segment of the show. No matter how much you forget, never forget this. The EFCC is working hard to give you a society free of economic and financial crimes. But you have to also do your own parts. I think, and one American president said, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. My fellow Nigerians, ask not what Nigeria can do for you, but instead ask what you can do for Nigeria. Thank you so much from all of us here on EFCC, from the radio unit, from all the units in the EFCC, all departments. Thank you. Bye bye.